ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones had to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Right to the air. Here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run right on the option. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
First carry for James Conner. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll get that one complete to Conner. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. It'll be Murray on the keeper. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, he had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
2nd down and goal. Murray. And he's got it. Touchdown. Trey McBride, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back to Mixon on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
A gain of 3, second down. The Bengals at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So his first sack of the game, but CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of pass rush you get almost seems like a bonus. I think they'll use him that way a lot more moving forward.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Mixon with a first down carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
He's going deep for Brown, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Murray now running right on the option. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Murray going to throw. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Cliff Kingsbury here on 4th down, trots out the field goal unit. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Burrow?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
11. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Logan Wilson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here at 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Running left, it's Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 81 yards. And the Cardinals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Vedvik now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Bengals 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
11 Thomas. They gotta go, gotta go. Stop.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
11 mighty. 11.
First down. Here's Burrow. Throw left side here, taken in by Asiasi, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. To throw on 2nd and 6, Burrow. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Burrow will throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Ja'Marr Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Desmond King to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
11 empty.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's King. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. To the 43, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Murray again. This is Connor. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing now is Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Logan Wilson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one's high, but not very far. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The throw over the middle taken in. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
11 Thomas.
Burrow on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. King going to look to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Burrow looking to pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Get set. 11.
Mixing up the middle. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards in the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's Burrow. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to swell the lead to 6. McPherson's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Murray's got to have this one. Finding Ertz again. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun now from Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Connor up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Touchdown! James Conner from 10 yards out. And the Cardinals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. On for the point after, Corey Vedvik. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
Next to score, Cardinals 28, Bengals 27.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Burrow. And connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A handoff, running left, Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 136 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. McPherson's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. It's that old expression we love to use. Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Well, they took